So, Nora, I've been going around asking people how they feel about Italy, how they feel about the city, what you thought was weird, what you thought was cool, just anything. Like, how do you feel about Italy, and especially where we're at right now? How do you like it?
Well, I think the structures that we're seeing, like the churches, for instance, are really like spectacular. Like, it's amazing how they built all these things out of marble, and like all the history behind it, and the statues especially are like really ornate and detailed, and it's just like amazing and incredible to think how they went through all that, especially even back then. Like, even now that would be a task for most of us. But especially that, and all the shops around, really interesting stuff and history to learn.
Okay.
Well, the main thing is that, you know, Italy is like so much older than America, and like looking at the architecture, I'm so amazed at how they're able to build these things. Like the Pantheon, a perfect sphere, this dome is perfectly symmetrical, and it amazes me how they were able to do this. And I wish I could like go back in time and see how they did this. But it's amazing to see the architecture. I'd say that's one of my favorite features in Italy, both in Florence and Rome. And we're going to Pisa tomorrow, so I'm glad to see that.
It's awesome.
We really liked the ancient Roman ruins, and it was really cool that everywhere you went in Rome there was a lot of churches and really old stuff.
Way older than America.
Yeah, and I thought the Vatican was really exciting because it was really beautiful, and
St. Peter's is beautiful.
Yeah, St. Peter's is really beautiful, and we just really like the Italian culture, especially in Florence. You can really tell the Italian culture comes out because it's more of like a town feel.
And friendly.
And we like the food.
Yeah, we love the food.
Well, on Saturday night we went to kind of the historic places of Rome, and we went to the Piazza Navona and saw the Trevi Fountains and did a really cool tour. And at the end that night we kind of got to roam around and see the street performers in one of the squares. And Joey, Kelly, and I took off in search of these posters that we've been seeing all over the place that are for the Communist Party of Italy, because we just thought they were really interesting, and Miss Ellis would probably like one, and I would like one for my college dorm. So we were looking around to try and find one, and we had to rip one off a wall, and it was kind of ripped, so we were just looking around by the street for more. And we gave up after about 20 minutes and 20 miles of walking, and we turned the corner, and Joey was like, "Is that totally their headquarters?" And we were like, "No way!" So we walk in, and it's empty. It's this little shack like this. And we're like, "Hello, is anybody there? Hello?" And this lady's like, "What?" And we're like, "Does anybody speak English?" And she was like, "1 minute." And she grabs this guy, and he comes in, and we're just talking, and we were in our tuxes because we had performed right before. And he was like, "You come from dancing?" And we're like, "No, we're singers. We sang at the Vatican yesterday, and we're just here on a tour." And he was like, "Oh!" And so Joey was like, "Well, we've seen your posters all over the place, the blue ones with the hammer and sickle all over the place, and we really like them, and we were wondering if we could have some." And so he was like, "Yeah, sure," and he pulls out 3 of them, brand new, and gives them to Kelly, Joey, and me. And we're like, "Thank you so much. It was great." And so we have them in our rooms, and we're going to take them home and hang them in our college dorms. And I have one from Miss Alice that's kind of dirty, but I think she'll like it.
She'll like it.
Well, I love the people in Rome because they're so awesome, and like in Italy too, and they do a whole bartering system here, and it's basically you can haggle anything down. Like, I bought a leather jacket that was for €200, and I got it for $150. And like the guys who are doing like portraits and stuff, my friend Allie, she got a portrait, and he brought it half down just because she was beautiful. Like, just because he was like, "Oh, you're so beautiful. I want a picture. Oh, let me draw you." And it's cool because if you don't like your picture, like, you don't have to buy it, you know? You can just sort of be like, "Yeah, no thanks, bye, haha," but you still get to see yourself, like, in a, you know, charcoal drawing, and it's so awesome. And everybody's so friendly here, like, no one's mean, no one, like, you know, pushes you, you know, like, everyone's just so friendly, and everyone says, "Oh, excuse me," if they bump into you, you know? So everyone's just so polite and friendly here. I just love it here.
I mean, I just love the people, but just the lifestyle. It seems so, it's open, it's freer, and it seems like there's less restrictions, just the way people act in general, and you can like, you know, haggling and bargaining, and I mean, at the same time you're walking around in a place that's just gorgeous. It has the most amazing architecture I've ever seen, things that you don't see in our country, so it's just an entirely new experience for me. I'm loving every second of it. I mean, even though, I mean, you go down one of the alleyways and, you know, it doesn't smell so great, but then like out of nowhere you see an opening, a crevice, and you see this gorgeous just green and cathedrals, and it's beautiful. It's shocking.
It's pretty awesome.
It's awesome.
Okay, in regards to the whole trip, I think it's gone really well. Florence is especially nice just because you have two different aspects of the culture. You definitely have the old town of Florence, and then you have the new modern part, which is like the shopping, of course, which I think we all love. I really like the historical aspect of it, going to the different churches, seeing the different mosaics, frescoes. This is stuff you see in history books. We have such an honor and a privilege of seeing this stuff now. It's once in a lifetime opportunity, and I think we are really honored to be here right now.
Well, honestly, me and Patrick were discussing last night in a room, and we decided we aren't going to be coming home.
Yes, we are actually going to join up with a group, a talented trio of gypsy flippers, who performed an amazing show for us in the town square.
We can't flip or anything, but we figure...
That's a lie. I can flip. Very well.
Go.
Yes.
That's good. And also, I mean, the food here is quite a bit better than at home. Although
amazing.
We are counting the days where we can go home and hit up Hooters or Glory Days.
Hot wings.
And just...
galore.
Yeah, like $100 worth of hot wings, because we are dying.
I figured Italians can make some pretty good hot wings too,
But I don't think they try to think it's purely American. And, I don't know. I mean, the singing was also good.
Singing was fantastic. Echoes in the church. Can't beat those.
It was mostly nice, most of the time.
Most.
And then besides that, I mean, Roy, very funny. This guy's been cracking me up. He's been in my group.
He's
group
a character.
C, no doubt.
He's a character.
What a character. Honestly.
I'm the character.
Love him to death.
I'd never even really talked to Roy before this trip, but now that I've gotten to know him a little bit more,
We're just gonna go home and just, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna join the cheerleading team.
Yeah.
And
well,
then,
not me, but
oh,
hey,
I mean, take it
what
back.
can I say?
Besides that,
I'll be doing something.
I mean...
So pretty much, overall, it's been pretty awesome. Everybody agrees. Thumbs up. Italy is great.
2 thumbs up. 4 thumbs up.